The bakers of Weber's Bread present your all-star Western Theater.
Drifting along, singing a song.
From Hollywood comes your all-star Western Theater, starring America's great Western singers, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage. Our guest today is that great action star of Western pictures, Johnny Mac Brown. My name is Cottonseed Clark, and here are the Riders of the Purple Sage.
Riding down that old Texas trail, riding down that old Texas trail. Oh, my darling, stay at home. Please don't go on the road. Don't go riding down that old Texas trail.
This is the tale of a cowboy who's been down that old Texas trail. Oh, I've had a lot of fun, but my roaming days are done, and no more I'll ride that old Texas trail.
Riding down that old Texas trail, riding down that old Texas trail. Oh, my darling, stay at home. Please don't go on the road. Don't go riding down that old Texas trail.
Singing and listening to songs and ballads of life on the range used to be a favorite pastime of cowpunchers in the evening after the day's work was over. And much of the history of the American cowboy has been preserved for us in the cowboy songs of today. The bakers of Weber's Bread are proud to bring you many of these songs on the All-Star Western Theater, just as they are proud to keep your community supplied with good Weber's Bread. And Weber's Bread really is good bread, too. Well mixed and well baked, Weber's Bread has that firm, even texture and distinctive flavor that make it blend well with other foods. When you serve Weber's Bread for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you know that family and guests alike will enjoy it. Weber's Bread is a substantial, enjoyable item at every meal. Buy a loaf of Weber's Bread tomorrow. You'll like it.
Your favorite stars of the musical West, the Riders of the Purple Sage, return now with one of their new majestic recordings, Chained to a Memory.
Makes no difference if we two are far apart, dear. I could never, ever love somebody new. 'Cause there isn't any room inside my heart, dear, while I'm chained to a memory of you.
I could never tell another I belong to them. All the whispered words of love would not be true. I could never tell another that I long for them, 'cause I'm chained to a memory of you. If the world should end tomorrow, I'd be satisfied, 'cause you're gone and there is nothing I can do. All my dreams and precious hopes of yesterday have died, 'cause I'm chained to a memory of you.
Well, there's no need to keep you folks waiting any longer for our Western guest. So let's welcome a return visit to your All-Star Western Theater from one of the greatest Western stars of all time, Monogram Pictures' famous action star, Johnny Mac Brown. Our guest star is heard with the Riders of the Purple Sage today in a story of the West written especially for him entitled The Marshal of Red Rock.
this is the thriving city of Red Rock, huh?
Yeah, it looks mighty peaceful, what there is of it.
Yeah, but don't let that fool you.
But right now, I'm in favor of rustling up something to eat.
Oh, me too. I could eat a cow right about now.
Well, all right. Let's quit talking about it.
Well, say, let's try this place here.
Okay. Whoa. Steady there, boy. Mike Ryan's Palace of Pleasure, Saloon, Cafe, and Hotel.
Yeah, we might get a line on a job in here, too, you know?
Yeah, that's for me. You know, the sooner we get to work, the sooner I can return to my normal eating schedule.
Here, what'll it be, men?
Oh, a little food, I reckon.
Here, and fall into them chairs at the table there. What do you have?
Bring us 3 steak sandwiches and 3 coffees.
A steak sandwich?
That's what I said.
Yeah, how you want them fixed?
Well done for me.
How about medium on mine?
Yeah, just change mine a little on each side.
Here, coming right up.
Say, on food like this, I ain't going to be strong enough to work when I do find a job.
Oh, Dean, quit griping. You're just like my old grandma used to be.
You boys mind if I take this extra chair?
No, not at all, stranger. Sit down.
Much obliged. Been riding a long way and I'm mighty hungry.
You stranger around here, too, huh?
That's right. Just drifting around looking for work.
Then you're keeping company with the right people.
My name's Dawson. Johnny Dawson.
Glad to know you, Johnny. I'm Foy Willing. This is Al Floyd and Jimmy Dean.
Hi,
Hi, fellas.
Here, will you be having something to eat too there, friend?
Yeah. Bring me a big, thick steak and make it rare.
And I got to sit here and watch him eat it.
Here, and coffee?
Yeah, black. Oh, and by the way, who does the fellow see about a job around here?
Mike Ryan's your man.
Where do we find him?
That's him standing right over there. Fellow with the big black hat and a cigar.
Thanks. Why don't you ask him to step over here?
Well, sure. Hey, Mike, can you step over here a minute?
Sure. What do you men want?
Thought you might be able to put us next to a job.
Punches?
Yeah, we're needing work bad.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do nothing for you. I ain't in the habit of hiring strangers till they've been around long enough to prove themselves.
What kind of proof you looking for?
Proof that you're smart enough to do your work and keep your mouth shut.
Well, we can't afford to wait for work. We're about broke, so I reckon we'll just look somewhere else.
I can tell you're strangers, all right.
What do you mean?
You don't look for work in this section from nobody but me. When Mike Ryan don't hire 'em, they don't get hired.
What about the ranches around here?
They do what I tell 'em to do.
Oh, so that's the deal, huh?
Yeah, that's the deal, stranger. You either take it or leave it.
Yeah, I reckon I can leave it all right, but I still don't have to take it.
That's too bad. And just in case you're looking for trouble, I can furnish you with plenty of that, too.
You handle most every kind of trade around here, huh, Ryan?
That's right, and I specialize in trouble-making drifters.
Better take it easy, Dawson.
And I think we can do business, Ryan. What am I offering?
Pete.
Yeah.
You and the boys step over here a minute.
Right with you, Mike.
I like for my customers to get the best of service.
What's up, boss?
This stranger here don't like the way I operate.
Well, now that's too bad. Reckon we ought to explain it to him.
Yeah, I reckon you better. Because I ain't too bright about such things.
Well, it's something like this, stranger. You're supposed to get out of your chair, quiet like, walk out the door, get on your horse, ride out of town, and never come back.
And if I don't?
Then it's the duty of me and the boys to throw you out of here and dare you to come back. Now, stranger, which do you like best?
What do you fellas think I ought to do, Willie?
When you make up your mind, then that's what we think, too.
Well, Ryan, I've made up my mind.
And which do you choose?
I reckon you better have Pete and the boys get to work on it.
That's what I'm paying them for. All right, boys.
Hey, line up. Line up. The next one of you that reaches for a gun is in trouble.
We ain't through with you yet, stranger.
You're through, all right. You're through tonight. All right, Ryan. Call off your dog. My steak is ready, and I'm going to eat it.
Well, Drifter, you and your friends did all right. All right, Pete, you boys lay off. All right. Now, after you boys finish eating, come on back to my office, and we'll talk about that job. Hank.
Here.
Serve these boys their food, and I'll pay the check.
All right.
Well, what do you know about that?
And we ordered a measly little old steak sandwich. Well, looks as if you men proved yourself in a hurry.
As far as I'm concerned, Ryan, you can get down to business.
That goes for us, too.
All right, I need men. Good men who ain't particular what kind of work they have to do. And who likes to be well paid for what they do.
Before we start talking business, Ryan, let's split the party up.
What do you mean?
I ain't hooked up with these men.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, Dalton, well,
then suppose you men wait outside till Ryan and me get through.
come on, boys. I don't think this is for us anyway. That's a fine way to act.
Well, from the way you handled yourself as well as your guns, Dawson, it convinces me you're the man I'm in need of.
Then what is the job? And how much does it pay?
You're very particular about the kind of work you do?
That depends.
On what?
The pay.
Well, I can make that end of the deal plenty interesting.
Look, Ryan, let's quit beating around the bush. If you've got money, then pass some of it my way and start giving orders.
Well, that's the way I like to hear you talk. Now, here's the story. Tomorrow there's a big supply of money arriving on the morning train assigned to the local bank.
I think I'm beginning to understand what my job is.
Yeah, and before I go any further, are you still interested?
How much is it in it in for me?
5,000.
It's a deal.
Good. Then meet me here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll make our plans.
That's good enough for me.
All right.
While we was mixed up in that fight, Dawson lost his paper, and I picked it up.
So he's a United States Marshal.
Yeah.
No wonder he was anxious to get rid of it. He wanted to work on Ryan by himself.
Yeah, I was beginning to think he was giving us a runaround.
I wonder if he's discovered losing his identification papers yet.
More than likely he has.
And his real name is Johnny Phillips.
Hey, there's somebody at the door. I wonder who that could be.
Who is it?
Dawson.
That's him now. Let him in, Dean.
Okay.
Hiya, boys. I wanted to talk to you for a minute.
Sure, Dawson. Come right in. Sit down. Sit down.
Much obliged. You know, I got to figuring that you boys might be a little sore at me on account of the way I acted over at Ryan's office.
Oh, that was all right. Phillips?
Phillips? What are you talking about?
Thought maybe you might need this piece of paper here, just in case you was called on to identify yourself.
Where did you get that?
You lost it in that fight we got mixed up in.
Well, I reckon that's that.
Look, Dawson, you don't have to worry about us.
No, in fact, you can count on us to help if you think we'd be any help.
Well, after seeing you in action, I might find you right handy.
Now, if it ain't talking out of school too much, what's going on with this Ryan fella?
Plenty. He's the very man that headquarters sent me down here to investigate. And I'm getting all the information I need right from him.
And how can we help?
Well, I don't know yet. But if you're around tomorrow morning, I may call on you. In the meantime, one of you could keep my identification papers on you, because if it's found on me, then my plans are shot. And so am I.
Here, let me have him. I'll plant that piece of paper where nobody can find it. Just call on old Slowey when you need it, huh?
Come on in, Dawson. Guess you met most of these men last night, huh?
Yeah, we got pretty well acquainted. No hard feelings about that fight, huh?
No. Think nothing of it, though.
All right, men, let's get down to business.
That's what I'm here for, Ryan. What's your plan?
This is it. Now, everybody listen carefully. Pete, you, Clint, and Buck will go into Snyder's feed store next door to the bank at 2 o'clock. Just before 3 o'clock, you'll come out the side door of Snyder's wearing masks. Go up the narrow alley and into the bank. Jim Turner, the bank clerk, will have everything ready for you. When you get the money, light out for the hiding place and come back to town through the hills. Now, is that clear?
Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Looks like you've been working on this plan a long time, Ryan.
Well, I haven't missed a bet. It wasn't